Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. Change to the Matrix you are. The Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Make sure you guys spam that like button, hit that share so other people can spam the like button. I took a deep dive on my computer and the Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure I fixed the issue. It's gonna be a quick one tonight. Way behind today, but just want to bring you guys some of that, as the kids say, alpha. Keep your alpha away from me. All right. As of the time of recording, it is July 17th, 2025. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $120,077, and we're just kind of chopping him here between as of right now, between 123 and 115. Now, I put it out like going to 112 wouldn't be weird. In fact, if Alex is correct, we get an ABC correction. All that would be fine. All that is definitely in the cards. But what we're seeing right now, and this has been the blueprint from the beginning, it goes Bitcoin rises first. That's the first one. That's what we saw. We had an ABC correction. Bitcoin ripped to that next leg higher. The sun must rise before we feel the heat of the sun. Step number one, that is a checkaroo. Okay, step number two is Ethereum and XRP, and the major blue chips start to rise. That's what we're seeing today right now. XRP made an all-time high. Ethereum, we're going to talk about that, both of those charts. Ethereum is past the 702 at this point. Okay? When you get past the 702, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make an all-time high. So, am I saying that that's going to be tomorrow? No, I'm not. But what we're seeing while Bitcoin is kind of chopping here, Bitcoin dominance, macro, lower to low, falling off a cliff. Okay? So it goes from Bitcoin into Ethereum blue chips, into the mid caps, that is next, into the small caps, into the micro caps. That's been the playbook forever. And somewhere along the line, we abandoned that playbook. And we said, nope, it's over with. Forget about all that. And all the crypto experts showed up everywhere. So listen, that's what I think is next. And like, I really think at this stage in the game, we have kicked things off. Everything that I've been charting, talking about for months and months and months is here. XRP literally making an all-time high, and the XRP army is so crazy, man. They're already in my comments like, oh, actually, Ski 384 was the all-time high. Not. Listen, brother. I don't care about wicks. I don't care about errors. I like daily body closes. And the highest previous all-time high was 333. Okay, you hear me? I don't care about none of that. That was the all-time high. All right? I don't care about no, well, actually, no, I don't care about no 384, an error. This is why I have realized gains and some people have theorized gains, okay? Anyways. That's a side point. You can see them in my comments. There's like 76 XRP army. It's a very underserved community. But man, some of them are crazy. Some of them are crazy. XRP is at an all-time high. We should be happy. XRP is my second largest holding. I'm pumped. My targets have been from 2022 when XRP was at 30 cents. My targets were $1.11, $2.22, $3.33. Check. The next thing is $5. You know how close we are to $5 right now? Like everyone said in 2022 when XRP was at 30 cents, that's unfathomable. We are 36% from that moment. You understand we're up more than 36% right now this week, this month. Okay, so we're right there to my next macro target, and then it's gonna be $8, and it's gonna be $12. That's where I'm gonna be exiting. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, man, above the 702. Daily body close above the 702. In fact, this is the 3-day close above the 702. That to me is a very big deal, massive deal for Ethereum, and I think that there's a strong likelihood that Ethereum goes into price discovery. Now, we might get rejected. It might be a double top, right? So one thing that you see kind of commonly in charts, with whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's gold, silver, the first time something attempts to make an all-time high, it kind of struggles to break above it. Oh my God. Bro. That wasn't even TikTok. Okay. It's all good. The first time we see that, it kind of struggles. Bro. Bro, if you call me again, I'm blocking you. The first time you see it try to get above an all-time high, it generally kind of struggles with that. So we might see that with Ethereum, but getting above the 702 is a big deal. And that's a big deal for, what do we talk about? What do we talk about? 3,300 was the only number that we need to see. We were talking about this at $2,000 for Ethereum, that's all we're going to need to see for a lower low and to really start to roll over. It has just started. We're just only in the first half as far as the blue chips taking off. That's it. Okay? I don't see any reason why everything that I've been talking about for months and months and months is not coming to fruition. And I think it's going to be a wise thing to do, whether it's with me, somebody else. Have an exit strategy. Okay? Figure out, where are you taking profits? Put your lines. If you want to set up a call with me, you can hit me in the DMs for that. But I think whether it's with me or somebody else, you should have a plan in place. So you're not caught flat-footed. You're not caught up in the euphoria, because it's going to be really hard to navigate the euphoria if you don't have a plan already. Past tense. All right. Let's get into you guys' questions, comments, concerns. What is up, everyone? Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you for the ice cream cone and the goat, the roses. I appreciate you. John says LFG. Good evening. I feel sideline IDK. What to do? I am too late. I have about 7.210K in USD. I don't think you're too late, brother. You know, again, if you want to set up a call with me and get a strategy, that's something that I do. So hit me up in the DMs if you want to set something like that up. He says just put into Solnick. Solnick is my number one 100x play, period. All at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's right. Bitcoin Dominance taking a dump. We love to see it. This is a macro. Listen, this isn't a micro. That's the level since May. Okay, this is a big level that we just took out. Now, we might bounce from here. We might have a dead cat bounce. We might have a retrace and then roll back over. All that's fine. The fact that we took this out, I don't want to FOMO. I don't want to FOMO you guys. It's hard for me to overstate how big of a deal that actually is. And everyone was like, you know, a lot of people were criticizing me, like, you know, why are you looking at Bitcoin Dominance? How are you charting Bitcoin Dominance based on, it's like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? I'm charting Bitcoin Dominance. I'm charting Ethereum because I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. And here we are. Here we are. He says, I'm rich. The sun has risen. Where would you take profits for XRP? The same targets, 5, 8, 12. Well, actually, are you going to buy another farm? No, but I do need to build a house. All right, let me read some of the TikTok comments. Make sure you guys are spamming the like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Ski, XRP, SEI, AVAX. He says you couldn't even trade it at $3.84. Yeah, it's crazy talk. Listen, man. I love making XRP videos. They always do well, and I think it's an underserved community. It's my second largest holding. I think it's probably a top 5 most important chart to pay attention to as far as like the broader markets. Obviously, Bitcoin would be number 1. Ethereum is very important. Bitcoin Dominance. I would probably put XRP at number 4, like the 4th most important chart to pay attention to, like what is everything going to do. So I love making the videos, but man, some of the comments out of the XRP army, it's like, I get why you guys are bag holders again and again and again. Like, logic, reason for some of y'all is, you know, not your strong suit, and that's okay. That's okay. XLM. I like XLM. $1.11, 222. Those are my targets. They're trading like crazy. And you think the day Ripple was sued was the lowest it's been? That was the opportunity. Yeah. Can you do TA on ADA, please? I got you. I like ADA. I like the value of ADA and VeChain for blue chips. I don't. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that there's a lot of value left in XRP at this point. I mean, obviously there is for, 5-10 years, but, my highest probability target is $5. I'm not going to move the goalpost just because we're here. You know what I mean? That's how you get left. So $5 is about 40% from here. You know what I mean? That's not a lot. That might not even be as much as Bitcoin. My second target is $8. So we're talking about a 1x from here, a 1.2x from here. I don't think XRP is really the play from here. Unless you're holding it long term. I feel the same way about Bitcoin. Like, it has done the big move. It did a multiple, more than a 10x at this point. Like, what was the bottom? Just from here, I will measure it for you. But I want to, talk about what it was in 2022. Like, we can't pretend like that didn't happen. But just from the recent bottom, it's up, oh, this is 2022. So from 2022, it's up 13x today. We can't pretend like, that's nothing. That's a lifetime of stock market gains. Just from, what is from the April bottom? What is it up? We're up a 1.2x. But yeah, from 2023, it's up 13x. That's a lifetime of stock market gains. I'm not going to pretend like that's nothing. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick to my plan. And that's why I have realized gains and not theorized gains. So I think that the play now is the medium small cap coins. Some blue chips. I like VeChain, ADA, Quant, Link. There's a lot of blue chips I still think have a lot of value and a lot of moves to have. But I don't think XRP, I would be, I think it's still going to go up, but I just think that the ROI compared to what it was, compared to what it's going to be, I don't know, unless you're investing for 5+ years, I don't know if it's a great spot here. Realistic target for Flux, I think $5 is super realistic. 2468 is my target for ADA. ETH hitting 4K, I think so. Says, damn, you're live this late. I know, Mar, I am so behind today. I was working on some portfolios. I was working on my computer. Ran some errands. Super late today, but that's okay. It happens. What do you think about ADA? I like ADA. No one in crypto is logical. I don't know, bro. I sold back in December 333 after accumulating at 30 cents, and I said it was going to go there for XRP. I'm pretty logical. I'm pretty practical. Do I get everything right? No, I don't. But I've had the same targets for Bitcoin since 2022. When Bitcoin was at 16, 17K, my targets were 48K. Here's were my 4 targets on my mama. 48K, 118K, check, 138, 207. Those have been my targets since 2022 for Bitcoin. My targets for XRP since 2022 when it was at 20 cents. 28 cents. $1.11, 222, 333, 5, 8, 12. On my mama, those have been my targets since 2022. Ethereum, my targets have been 3,300, 7,200, 12,000 since 2022. On my mama. On my hood, I look fly, I look good. Do I get everything right? No. Do I get stuff wrong? Absolutely. Am I in the right flavor a lot of times? More times than not. And I systematically approach it the same way. So I'm pretty logical. At least I try to be. XRP is a bad buy now. I think that there's better buys. I think there's better buys than XRP. Like, I'll be closing my long pretty soon. I'm in a long on XRP right now. I'm going to be closing that pretty soon. ICP is a good buy right now. I think ICP is a good play. Chainlink, I like Chainlink. My targets are still $38, $78, $178. Crypto Crew, what's up, bro? So if the real alt season is now, what's going to happen now until then? What are you asking me? I'm saying it's starting now. $5 for Flux is still on the table. I think that's super probable for Flux. Like, probable. Not plausible, probable. AVAX, 200, 300. What up, Ski? Monero is slept on. Monero is slept on, honestly. Honestly, I think Monero... Let me fix my mic here. I think Monero is slept on, to be honest. Hey, Ski. What's up, fam? VeChain. My VeChain targets are 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. ARG. Krill. What's the peak you think XRP is reaching? My targets since 2022, brother. $5, $8, $12. Those have been my targets. How high will Algo go? $2, $8. ICP, 35, 69, 100. Low, medium, high. When you see a move in AI coins like AIOZ, FET, I would look at it less about like narratives. I think that's a popular thing for people to do, is like they look at narratives. But in reality, what really happens, what's really taking place, in my opinion, is it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum XRP to your blue chips to your mid caps to your small caps to your micro caps. Like, that's the flow of money. Are there onesies and twosies that skip the line? Yeah, it happens. But generally, that's going to be the flow of money. That's how it's generally going to flow. So, like, what is FET? What is, what was the other one that you said? I don't remember the other one. AIOZ, FET. What are they? I would say they're mid caps. So is it going to be the AI narrative, or is it going to be the medium caps? I would say the medium caps. That's my personal thoughts. Richard. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, November is the peak of euphoria, not the start. The start is now. We have made a lower low into Bitcoin dominance. I think we'll probably have a correction in August. We generally do in August and September. That's probably on the table. But I think that the peak euphoria is going to be November, and I've been saying that since 2022. Solana, my targets for Solana are 420, 510, 600, low, medium, high. H bar, 88 cents. Are you going to floor the money to Solnic? What are you saying? Solnic is my number one 100x play. I'll be talking about Solnic for the next 20 years. By the way, at this point, over 5% of the total supply is burned, and over 5% is locked. There is no more inflation on Solnic. Solnic is my number one 100x play. The BYOB movement, the be your own bank, what it means to be in crypto in the first place. That is my number one 100x play. Krill is up 53%. Let's go. Come on now. Ye of little faith. Todd, thanks for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate you. XLM, $1. ADA2468. Who do we appreciate? How overbought can we stay? These dips are so small. Okay, this is a good point. This is a very good point, Tupa. Thank you for the question. As an analyst, what I do is I outline a lot of times, like part of what I do is I'm outlining, hey, we're overbought here. Hey, we're oversold here. And there is a saying in the market, and XRP is the king of this, of where it can just be boring, oversold, boring, until it's not. And then when it rips violently. XRP is the king of ripping violently. XRP is the king of just doing these violent moves that once they start, you just kind of live in la-la land where it's oversold. XRP currently, presently, right now is oversold. But it doesn't mean it's not going to keep going. Because that's how it moves. It's boring until it's not. And just like over here, back in April, we were grossly oversold, by the way. And we kept going lower for a little while. And that's how it goes. And when it flips quickly. It doesn't feel quickly until you start getting to all-time highs. And then all of a sudden, it feels like, oh my God, this is quick. I would like to look at the market cap on XRP. So to answer your question, to put a nice little bow on it, we can live in la-la land for a little while. Like, the market cap is clearly at an all-time high. This is in price discovery, I would say, in the macro. Thank you for the GOAT, Cali XT. I appreciate you. Yeah, buddy. Boo. Lightweight. What are your predictions for Quant and Pepe? My predictions for Quant is 300, 700, 1300. Pepe is a 3 to 5x. He said XRP is the king. 589 confirmed. That's not what I said. Yep, buddy. Ski, can I hope to become a millionaire from Solnik? Be honest. BZ, when have I ever led you astray? I'm not promising you anything. I believe in Solnik. It's my number one 100x play. I'll be talking about Solnik and developing Solnik for the next 20 years. You know, think about my track record over the last 4 years publicly with video evidence. Now let's multiply that by 20 years and let's see what we can accomplish. Ronnie. Any plays eyeing this week, just waiting for a cool down? I'm new to trading. Should I invest now? Will Solana go to $1 this cycle? I think that's plausible. My targets are 10 cents, $1, $5.89. $5.89, not 589. Let's look at the chart. And if you're wondering what it is, it's the BYOB movement. First of all, look at this chart. I want you to let's just turn everything off. Let's turn off all the noise. And let's go on the weekly chart. I want you to tell me, honest to God, I'm not kidding, a sub $5 million, sub $10 million market cap coin that has a weekly, this is not the hourly, this is not the 5 minute, this is not the 15 minute. This is the weekly chart. Do you understand? We're on the week. Every candle equals 1 week of data. I would like to know of a chart that has a stronger weekly chart than this, sub $10 million. I will buy it, not now, right now. Higher highs, higher lows the entire time. Okay? The BYOB movement is the be your own bank movement. Okay, that's what Solnic is. Creating dApps where you're going to be able to do everything that the big banks do, such as lending, borrowing, staking. Staking is live right now. 5% of the total supply is already staked. Okay, the be your own bank movement. We're shooting a feature length documentary where we go into my small Midwestern hometown, and I show like, hey, a lot of people know about the 2008 financial crisis. That's why Bitcoin was created in the first place. Less people know that that's why Bitcoin was created. Even less people know, like, here's where big banks, big pharma left these small Midwestern hometowns. Okay? Here's where big banks left these small Midwestern hometowns and why it's so important to me that tools like this exist for regular people to have the same access to capital, have the same tools to financial freedom that PayPal, Wells Fargo has, but instead of needing tens of millions of dollars of capital, you need $10 of capital to start putting your money to work. All right? So that is, that's the chart. This is distribution, markdown, Wyckoff accumulation. This is the LPS of Wyckoff. In my opinion, we're already in phase C. We're about to start phase D, chop for a little bit before going into phase E, which is going to be the, I would argue that we're starting phase D right now, and then the markup is after that. But my target, I put my beard on the line many times. The only beard bet that I have active right now is Solnic will reach 7.5 cents by the end of the bull market, or I will shave my beard. All right? That is the only active bet that I have. Can I finance my moped with Solnic? Yes. Someday. That's what we're trying to create. That is what we're trying to create. We do have a meeting with Mario again tomorrow. I don't even think I talked about that. Where do you get Solnic? You can get it on Radium, Phantom, Soulflare, Coinbase Wallet, Crypto.com Wallet, Seto X. I think the easiest way, honestly, is buy Solana, send it to Phantom, swap it there. That, to me, is the easiest way. You can use MoonPay. Thoughts on VeChain? I like VeChain a lot. 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Those are my targets. I can't find it on Phantom. It's XTZ9. Irish Dano is an OG. He's been here. He is a trusted agent. That is the correct contract address. If you copy that, that gives you the right address. So XTZ9, last four. That is the right address. Where will money flow from into Solnic? From people. What do you mean? Listen, okay, let's do the tokenomics, all right? Tokenomics are 939 million total supply. 100% of that is circulating. 100% is circulating. Not only is 100% circulating, but every day, actively, more people are staking their Solnic to earn reward on their Solnic. You can earn 7% for 180 days. You can earn 15% for 365 days, and you can earn 30% reward for 720 days. Over 5% of the total supply that can ever exist is already staked and locked. Most of it for 2+ years. So if the supply is the same / actually decreasing, more and more people are buying, it's economics 101. Price equals supply plus demand. The money will flow from the products of creating value to regular people. Target your Bitcoin now. My Bitcoin target is still the same. It already hit my macro second target of 118. My other two targets are 138 and 207. LCX 111 222. What's your plan to get whales into Solnic? We already have whales into Solnic. We have a whale chat. 5 billion Solnic, and you can get in the whale chat. This isn't like, this isn't something I just started. This has been going on since January of 2024. All right, we've been at it. Okay. Sup, Ski? Has Bitcoin Dominance clean broken? Yes, it has, Big Al. Correct. When will we hit euphoria? I would argue that we're on the cusp of starting that next phase. Can 1 million Solnic make a person rich? My target for Solnic are 10 cents, $1, $5.89. You do the math. You tell me what rich is. XRP targets $5, $8, $12. XMR targets. Okay, Robert. I like this question. So he's asking me about Bitcoin, correct? I want to make sure. He's saying, let's say Bitcoin goes to 150K. I think that's super plausible. My second target is 138K. I think 150 might be a really big psychological number. So we'll see. Let's call it 150 though. He says, let's say Bitcoin goes to 150K. What are my targets going to be for the back test? Okay, I'll give them to you. Here we go. All right. So let's say, for argument's sake, Bitcoin goes to 150K. Here are my 3 targets. So I have 3 exit targets, low, medium, high. Here are my downside targets in the next bear market for Bitcoin, when I will start aggressively accumulating. I think the most logical number, 1, if the lowest we're going to come back is probably 100K. There's a decent bit of support at 100K. Let me turn everything back on. I don't know if this is a good chart to show this or not. It's not. Too much noise. Let's go to this chart over here. Here we go. There's a decent bit of support at 100K. So we easily could get caught at 100K. That would be target number 1. Target number 2 is going to be 70K. There's even more support at 70K for Bitcoin, as it's the prior all-time high. It's all of this trading. That would be target number 2. And then if we're lucky, blessed, and highly favored, I think the absolute best that we're going to get, if we're lucky, blessed, highly favored, and I'm talking from an investor's standpoint, because that's what I am. I look for opportunity and I look for good investments. 50K is that's the best we're going to get from like an investment standpoint. But I think the highest probability is probably 70K, and probably the best case or worst case, however you look at it, is probably 100K. And of course, the context of what I'm talking about is not tomorrow, next week, next month. This is probably 2026, maybe 2027. So I am bullish on the market. I'm not predicting this right now at all by any stretch of the imagination, but that's the context. Thank you for the question. Ski, you're the GOAT. I appreciate you, brother. XTC targets 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Thank you. XLM is on fire. Everything, everywhere, all at one time. Are you eyeing any trades this week? Yeah, I'm in some trades from earlier. I'm just riding those out right now. I've taken profit. I've moved my risk. I'm very patient. Listen, I don't like just maneuver in and out of trades. That's not what I do. I'm a very patient person. I let the market come to me. So I think that there's some good spots to make some plays here, for sure. But a lot of what I've been doing is like I'm just I am reaping the reward of what I have sown. You know what I mean? Thanks for the amazing job. I appreciate you. Hey, Ski, is your XRP Moonbag to sell the cycle or next? The Moonbag is I'll never sell. So that's generally a good practice, I think. And I call it your insurance policy, right? Is 10%. I think that's a solid number for most people. And that's your insurance policy. So take maybe 30%, 30%, 30%, and then save 10% forever. That's your Moonbag, and you just hold that. And that's your insurance policy. If the XRP army is correct and XRP really wants to go on a moon mission, you are covered because you have 10%. And, you know, hopefully, at least for me, I know that my 10% isn't going to be $27. And I'm like, man, if that just goes to $10,000, I'm going to be so... You know what I mean? My 10% is going to be more than enough to do more than enough if it really wants to go on a moon mission. But if not, guess what? 333 was enough for me to buy a farm. So I'm cool either way. So there you go. That's kind of the moon bag philosophy. What is the name of Solnic? Because I find it SOLNIC. He says, bring the Walter White shirt back. Please explain how to stake my Solnic. You just connect your wallet on staking.solniccoin.io. Connect your wallet. You're going to go down here, pick whichever one you want, and then you're going to hit stake. It'll most likely ask you to confirm it because we're not whitelisted yet. And then you just say proceed anyways, and then you hit stake, and that's it. So there you go. Is ETH oversold at the moment? I would say everything is a little hot. But again, like when you're repressed and you're waiting for these moments, you can be... It's not even that bad, to be honest. On the weekly, let's look on the daily. Yeah, it's a little bit overheated on the daily for sure. But again, like you can be... When you're just suppressed, like think about how oversold Ethereum has been for years. Plural, multiple. You know, so for every yin, there's a yang. Ski, do you think ETH can hold 4.1K resistance, shoot to all-time high before correction? Generally, in charts, it's kind of rare that you see a coin bust through the all-time high the first go-round. XRP just did it. Generally, you don't see that. Generally, you see a couple like, That's the technical move right there. The 3 N's. Okay? Not one, not two, but the third, that's the technical Wyckoff. I'm kidding. But generally, in general markets, it is rare to see a project bust through the all-time high the first time. It happens. Thoughts on Ondo? It's all right. I don't think he reads his chat. Cap. Listen, I want you to read 233 people plus YouTube plus Twitter. It's a difficult task. And listen, guys, when I was in school, they pick on me like you do popcorn reading, and they pick on me, and it's like, not him. Anybody but him. Okay, listen, I'm good at math. I'm good at numbers, not reading. They're like, they picked on this kid, the slow reader. Listen. Don't popcorn read me, bro. I'm cooked. Do you think we have a healthy pullback on XRP? Yes, at some point. Ski on live, nothing before GTA 6. That's not what happened, bro. This is a PG show. Do you think rejected 4 times? That's a solid argument. I think that you could definitely make an argument. 1, 2, is this 3? I think that's a solid argument. I think that you could definitely make that case. I synced it. XYO, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. Those are my targets. What up, Ski? Love your content. What are your thoughts on Yearn? Thoughts on Rose? I like Rose here for a medium cap play. I think it's one of my favorite mediums. When do you think ETH will retrace to what level? 3 pump chump. Dang it. All right, reminder, guys, if you guys want to get a portfolio review exit strategy, personalized, tailor-made to your needs, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to my Telegram group where I put out my calls, my buys, my sells, my trades, all that and more, and my methodology. Hit me in the DMs if that is something that you're interested in. I can help you get a strategy, because whether it's with me or somebody else, I think you should have an exit strategy before we get into the euphoria, because I think even myself, someone who's been in this game for a decade, someone who's super intuitive, I think I would struggle trying to navigate euphoria without a plan. Personally, me. So maybe you're just him. You're Himothy. I'm rooting for you. But I think you should have a plan in place. So if you're interested in that, hit me in the DMs. And we can help you guys set up something. Gala, not a fan of Gala. There's way too much inflation on Gala. Thoughts on Solana? My target for Solana are 420, 510, 600. Low, medium, high. Inflation data today. I'm not a fundamental analyst. That's not what I do on my channel. I'm a technical analyst. Thank you, The Unknown, for becoming a member. Yeah, Savage, I appreciate you. Do you like Ondo? It's all right. I think the project actually is better than the investment, right? What you do, what you're trying to accomplish does not equal price. Price equals supply plus demand, and there's a decent bit of inflation on Ondo. Crow, will it hit $1? It could. I think that that's plausible. ADA, $2, $4, $6. Favorite blue chips right now? Probably VeChain. Like, XRP is my second largest holding. Bitcoin is my largest. I don't think that those are value plays right now, honestly. Like, I think XRP is probably going to do another 50% to a 2x from here. Bitcoin probably does another 50% to a 100% move. So I don't think that those are the value right now, personally. Ethereum, same thing. Not a lot of value left in it. They're still going to rise. They're still going to be here rising 20 years from now. All three of those. But as far as blue chips, I like VeChain here. I like ADA here. I think that those are criminally undervalued. I think Link is undervalued. I think that... what else? What else? What other blue chip do I think is criminally undervalued? Probably ICP, Quant. Maybe. Those are probably my top 5 undervalued blue chip plays. Which, by the way, like, the formula goes from Bitcoin to XRP, Ethereum, large market caps into the large to medium market caps into the small. So I think that that's more the play, is your large to medium play coins. That's going to be the next big bump. And of course, like, listen, it's not going to be a straight line up. You guys, I promise you right now, the next pullback we have, you guys are going to come on here and you're going to be pissed. You're going to be like, Ski, what the hell, man? I bought XRP at the top. Why? You're going to be pissed. And the cycle will continue. And then I'm going to say, like, video evidence. I just put the tweet on my in my story. April 7th, brother. When Bitcoin was at 75K, I said, the bottom's in, boys. I put a tweet out, and I said I would shave my beard if we went lower. And I said I would shave my beard if we did not reach 118 before we reached a new low. Come on now. I'm not just up here speaking Japanese. I'll put it on my story again. It says, oh no. What's up, Christine? What's your first level for ADA? $2. It's 2468. VeChain, 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Thoughts on Arrow and their inflation? Not a huge fan. I think it's okay. It's a great product, right? The product is better than the investment to me. Target for Bitcoin dominance. Low 50s, high 40s. Why are more people not concerned that XRP FTV is way higher than the market cap? That's a good point. I'm concerned about it. That's how I got my my third target of 333 back in December. I got it based off of the market cap. The market cap of 333 was what I thought was price discovery. I think that's a super... Listen, I made my analysis, my price targets. This doesn't mean they're perfect. This doesn't mean they're all going to hit. But, and I think this is a very good point from Autumn. You should be doing your analysis based off market cap, regardless of what the XRP Army likes to tell you. My price targets are based off of market cap. How I do it is I analyze the market cap of XRP, like I'm doing right now. I'm looking at the market cap. I look at what market cap do I think it's going to go. I see what is the ROI for that, and then I translate it to price. And I shade it down just a little bit. That's where I came up with my targets. That's where I came up with my targets. I think that's a very good point, though. Doge lagging. Until it's not. They said the same thing about Ethereum. They said the same thing about XRP. It's boring, boring, boring until it's not. Chainlink, 38, 78, 178. Those are my targets. Solnick might buy it right now. What's the percentage is it right now? My targets for Solnick are 10 cents, $1, $5.89. It's less than a penny. It says, will you be on socials the next bear market too? Brother, I was on them the last one. I was here making videos every day in 2022. I made over 2,000 videos in the last bear market. My mission is not to make magic internet money go up. My mission is to help liberate regular people. Am I going to stop doing that anytime soon? No. My mission is to help as many regular folks as I can. That's my mission. That's what makes me wake up excited about life. My mission isn't about, like, how can I make this magic internet money digital number go up? Yay! That's not fulfilling. I don't care about that. I still drive a 2007 Chevy Silverado to this day. Is $1 more likely this bull run or the next? This bull run or the next? Whether it happens this run or the next, it will happen. It is written. No one believed 118 when we were at 20K. No one believed 333 when XRP was at 30 cents. Right? Can you tell about H-bar? I like H-bar. I just made a video on H-bar if you want to check that out. I did a very in-depth analysis on H-bar. I went over the inflation, the market cap, my price targets. That's one of my more recent videos. It's a good video. How's the documentary coming, Ski? It's coming slowly but surely, and then it's going to be exponentially. Boring, boring, boring until it's not. That's how it's going to be with that as well. The truth is I'm transitioning from my house to the farm, and most of my focus is both on the crypto market as things are really heating up, as well as transitioning my family to the farm. So that's taking a lot of my extra energy. We're getting our house ready to sell, and we're transitioning to the farm. But when I get to the farm, where the documentary is going to be filmed is right down the road from the farm. So that's kind of part of that, the method to my madness as well. What percentage of Bitcoin did you take profit at your 118K level? I generally do 25%. I have not at this time yet, though. But I will be soon. I'm probably going to rotate some Bitcoin. Got an 06 Silverado, bro. Best trucks ever made. I agree. The cat eyes. Man, I love that truck. It's awesome. It's so reliable. Great engine. But the point is, like, I don't care about getting a nicer box. I care about helping regular people. Rotating into Solnic. Some into Solnic for sure. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. I'll be live tomorrow. I might be live 3 times tomorrow. Either 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to be live with Mario Nafal and his team talking specifically about Solnic tomorrow. I believe that's at 2 p.m. Central Time. I'll be live with Alex in the morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. And then I might do another live stream in the evening. Maybe not. 2 is a lot. But that's going to be it for this time. Normally, my normal schedule is Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. I generally go live for about an hour, hour and a half every weekday, sometimes on the weekends. If you're interested in setting up a personalized exit strategy, tailor-made to you, your goals, your targets, your life plan, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to my Telegram group where I put out my calls, my trades, anytime I buy or sell. Hit me in the DMs if you're interested in setting that up. We can set up a call. But that is going to be it for this time. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will never message you first. If you message me, I will message you back. However, I'm never going to message you and say, how's your trading going? I don't care. That ain't me. That's somebody from Pakistan or Kakistan. Thank you for calling AT&Ski. It's not me. All right? I'm not going to message you and ask you for money. All right? That's going to be it for this time. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless.